Hawkers and rickshaw pullers crowd the congested lane that turns into a comparatively open stretch where the obscurely located office of Bangladesh Jamaat-e-Islami functions quietly. Railway lines have almost reached Dhaka's Boro Mok Bazar, promising to connect the Jamaat central office to the outside world, adding more footfall to the headquarters that was shut down in September 2011 after the group was banned by the Sheikh Hasina government. The office has been reopened after Hasina's ouster and the ban has been lifted, paving the way for the Jamaat-e-Islami to participate in the next general elections in Bangladesh. Dr. Shafiqur Rahman, Ameer of Bangladesh Jamaat-e-Islami, is aware of the apprehensions in India regarding the massacre of minorities and vigilantism on the streets, and about the expansion of the radical space that can snap the secular thread that binds his country with India. Jamaat's domestic space might have opened up, but its next steps will determine how ready Bangladeshis are to embrace it. The Week speaks to Dr. Shafiqur Rahman in Dhaka about India's concerns, the next steps for general elections, and the way forward for Bangladesh. Friendship to all and enemy to none is the way forward, he says. Dr. Rahman, who met former Prime Minister Begum Khaleda Zia in London in April, told The Week that it is an opportune time for her eldest son, Tariq Rahman, to lead his party and return to his country. Let us hear from the Jamaat chief on the state of transition in Bangladesh politics. My first question to you is how satisfied are you with the work of the interim government so far? And what kind of reforms are you looking at?
Thank you very much for this ballot question. You know, the country has passed a crucial time for long 15 and a half years, from January 2009 to August 5th, 2024. For this long time, Sheikh Hasina-led Awami League and A-League government ruled the country. It was a disaster in the name of ruling. After they came to power, they opened so many agendas, and particularly to suppress the voice of the people and to oppress upon the opposition parties, particularly Bangladesh Jamaat-e-Islami and BNP. Other parties are also affected. Even religious people and scholars, they were also affected. Our money market has been broken down. Bank has been looted. Billions dollar was being laundered from Bangladesh. And illegally, the people being benefited who were related to some certain quarters. Even possibly not all the people who support this regime. One man rulership was established. She was too much autocratic and her government was fascist totally. In their hand, thousands of people been killed and hundreds and thousands were injured. Even they became crippled also. Huge number of cases lost against the opposition leaders and activists. They started it by cracking down upon Jamaat-e-Islami. And under a farcical, concocted kangaroo court trial, we lost 11 of our senior most leaders, including the then chief of the organization and former minister, Maulana Motiur Rahman Nizami, another minister and secretary general, Ali Hassan Muhammad Mujahid, and like this. 5 been executed, other 6 been pushed to the jail, pushed to the death within the prison. All of our offices, including this central office, were closed for 13 and a half years together. We could not avail the chance to enter in our premises of our own office even for a moment before 5th of August. Our leaders and activist house been vandalized. Even they use bulldozer to vandalize our houses. They snatched our registration in election commission, for which we are fighting now in the court to get it back. At the last moment of their tenure, at 1st of August, they even declared totally illegally, unlawfully banning upon Jamaat-e-Islami and its supported organization, sister organizations. Fortunately, after 4 days, they've been thrown by the people here. And you know, the young people, particularly the students, were fighting for a right issue. This issue was quota system which is prevailing in Bangladesh. It is quite unjustified and it was harming and damaging the aspirations of the young people. It was a very simple demand, but as Awami League government previously dismantled all the movements in different issues by applying extra forces, they follow the same path here also. And on 15th of July, their student organization along with police entered to Dhaka University premises and invite whoever came forward, whether she or he is a girl or boy, it was immaterial to them. So many girls become hunted and injured. The people all over the Bangladesh became very much offended and they protested it. At 16th of July, police opened the fire and first man who sacrificed his life in the northern part of Bangladesh, known as Rangpur, Begum Rukia University, boy was Abu Said. He just told, either give me my right or kill me by bullet. They did not consider to give his right, rather they chose the bullet to kill him. Consecutively, 3 bullets been shot and he died on the spot. This gave a momentum to the movement. For this reason, mothers, sisters, children, and old persons came to the street to protest the matter. At that day, 6 persons were killed, 4 in Dhaka, 1 in Rangpur, another in Chittagong. So people become more and more offended and agitated. Ultimately, this right issue diverted into one-point movement, that is step down of Hasina government. She tried to control the movement, but it was beyond her capacity, because almost all the people from different walks, age groups, professions and identity came to the street, irrespective of race, religion and caste. Because in this movement, Muslim been killed, Hindus been killed, even one Buddhist also killed. So it was a movement of total population of Bangladesh. After the peak of the movement, Sheikh Hasina fled away from Bangladesh to India and took shelter here. Still she is staying here in India. People expect that she will realize her fault and will be repented and will follow the course of correction. But she did not. Rather, she is continuously provoking her people to come to the street and to destabilize our society and country. Even few of her conversation over telephone being exposed to the people, which was very much offensive. This is one side. Another side, after 5th of August, for 3 days, there were no government at all in Bangladesh, except and save a president only. Parliament being demolished. President is a person only. Police left all their stations. At that time, we call upon our followers and activists, at the same time to the people of Bangladesh, to keep patient and remain silent, and to come forward for the recovery of the law and order situation in Bangladesh. In addition to that, we call upon our people to become volunteer and to stand before all the religious communities and the institutions. Continuously for 15 days, our volunteers work together day and night in 3 shifts, whether it is raining or it was hard sun, no matter. They discharge their duties. At the same time, we declared we will not take revenge from anyone. But those who are perpetrators, they must be brought under the justice. That was our policy. Being an oppressed party, we instructed our people, if someone willing to lodge any case, the appropriate person who is undoubtedly related with the crime, only he will be the charged. Nobody else. And so many cases we will not file. Limited cases we filed, and we maintained our entity upon the reality. At the same time, the people for 15.5 years lost their own properties also. And this moment was a very sensitive moment. When we see over the world where there is a change like this, so many indiscipline started looting, dacoiting, thieving, even killing also. Before leaving the power, Awami League leaders used to say, if Awami League oust from the power, within 2 days of ousting, at least 500,000 people will be killed by the opposition party leaders and activists. But so far, best of our knowledge, nothing been happened like this. We seated together with all the religious community leaders. We visited their main religious institutions, including mandirs, mosque and church. We seated together to exchange our views, how we can help each other mutually to maintain the discipline and tranquility of the society. We feel that setting was very much useful for keeping the law and order situation. In this perspective, at 8th of August, new government took the oath. his chief advisor and other advisors. They started their functions from following day. After a widespread genocide and brutal oppression, people are highly traumatized. Near about 1,500 people being killed, another 24,000 became critically injured, and most of them are crippled now. Those who took bullet injury in their spine, they are totally paralyzed. They are suffering in the bed of the hospital or their dwells. Other people who are even critically injured lost both of their eyes or single eye, one arm or one leg or two leg. These became lifelong crippled. We need their rehabilitation and proper treatment. But our economy was broken down before they left the power. Looted huge money from banking and non-banking financial sectors. A single man named A. Salam, who was very much close to former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, he looted huge amount from the banks and he became the owner of the bank by looted money from the bank. His name is A. Salam. I think you heard his name. He is now residing in Singapore or Dubai, I am not sure. He transferred huge asset from Bangladesh and built so many assets in Dubai, Singapore, Malaysia, and some other countries might be. Not only Asylum, there are some medium group Asylum also. They also follow the course of Asylum. So our economy was too much broken. Reserve money came to the bottom. So many foreign loan was pending to be paid, their due. This government is trying to stabilize the country and to maintain a sustainable social environment. No doubt it's a very big challenge. So far they did, we can't say they are successful in every sectors. Likewise, we can't say they are failure in every sectors. They have so many success and there are some failures also. Every government has a part of success and another part of failure. So we are looking nothing abnormal here. It's not a political government, rather it's a non-political, non-partisan government. Peoples from different walks have been picked up here as advisor or their associates. The development is a bit slow. Our aspiration and expectation a bit better. We are looking for future. Reformation, you asked me. We have recommended 6 major reformation this time. What we feel, if this reformation do not do, then a credible and fair election is simply impossible. Say for example, reformation is in election commission, its rule and procedures in some cases, reformation in some part of the constitution also, reformation in our police and civil bureaucracy, reformation is in our judiciary. All these organs became the side organization of throne government. So they were totally politicized. And these people been remained in their own post, most of them. So huge information is essential here. Until and unless credible reformation done, we can't expect a fair and credible election. So we have recommended our proposals. We are sitting together with reformation commissions and we'll sit again in 23rd of this month. By this time other organization has seated and the process is continuing. It may take some time. Before election, we demanded major two things. One is reformation, another is visible development in the trial process. Those who kill the people, those who are killer basically, whoever may be, they must be brought under justice. But we do not expect any derailed justice. We expect and demand fair justice. And this will ensure the future of Bangladesh. Otherwise, impunity of the crime will be established. So this is our demand and we are looking for that.
So now when you talk of the election process being, run up to the elections being held, once the elections are held, what role of Jamaat are we looking at and what is the roadmap ahead for the country itself?
Yes, Bangladesh Jamaat-e-Islami is working for the people from 1979. The people support us and we get the chance to serve the people, not rule the people, to serve the people. Our service will be oriented to the welfare of all walks of people. We will not divide the nation anyway. Even we do not admit any majority or minority in our country, because our constitution is the safeguard of our nation. In constitution there is no disparity. If we divide our nation on the basis of religion or other things, nation will become weaker. A continuous hassle will be sustained in the society. So we feel he who born and lives in Bangladesh as a citizen, she or he will enjoy the same right like all other people. We try to maintain it. There are some propaganda against Jamaat-e-Islami, that we are against the right of religious minority people. We are not interested to uphold the right of the women. These are not true. We the people, we the party can take challenge. After the liberation of Bangladesh, our leaders or activists never hampered the life of any religious people. A single instance we did not find in our past. But some party always blame us. In the year 2013, I wrote a letter to Human Rights Commission of United Nations Organization to build a probe committee under their supervision and to conduct the investigation all over the country. If someone from our party found to be guilty, we will hand over him or her to the lawful authority. And we will support the total process of investigation with full sincerity. but we get no response. Why did I ask even why not the government of Bangladesh? Because it's an oppressor, fascist government. We can't expect justice from them. So we have to go to the international authorities. And this valid authorities is United Nations organization, to whom we are member country. So this is our view regarding the religious people. Rather we respect them. We feel if I respect you, I can expect respect from you to me. If I disrespect you, obviously I have to be ready to get a disrespect from your part. So my neighbor who will live in a congenial and peaceful position, I will enjoy the beauty also. It's never possible to maintain a peaceful life by disturbing my own neighbor. It is within the country and outside the boundary, same is our view. Say for example, the relation with India. If we bother India this way or that way, we have to get ready to get something like this from India also. We have two neighbors, closest neighbors. India is the biggest neighbors, and in a small street, Myanmar also our neighbor. We feel a harmonious relation should be maintained among us, and this will give appropriate value and benefit to both the nations. And our relation should be nation to nation, government to government, even party to party, but not government to certain party anywhere, whether in India or in Bangladesh. And we should not intervene or interfere in any domestic matter of any country, so that we can maintain our good and harmonious relation as a good neighbor. We feel our young potential manpower, who comprises more than 50% of our active population, their hands have to be converted in the hand of the country maker. Now our education producing so many certificates, but not producing the appropriate quality for serving the country or to build up the country. So our first focus will be upon education. Our focus will be made our young generation's hand as a hand of the architect, as a hand of the engineer of the country. Engineer in that sense, yes, he or she may be a farmer even, but in his or her farming, he will apply the modern appliances. And he will enjoy here the better benefit with his or her skill. So skill development is essential for driving a nation forward. Three industries are essential. First industry, human industry. If a country gets better human stake, the country will do better. Second one is agro-based industry in our country context. But here also we are suffering lots of challenges, including the climate change effect. So this will be our second focus. Our third focus will be upon electromechanical industry development. Entrepreneurship from home and abroad will encourage. For all this development, we have to have established a corruption-free society. But it's a malignant disease now in our country. We are against all sorts of corruption, extortions, and grabbing. We have prepared a generation of the people who will serve the country with honesty, dignity, and smartness. We are part of government at the tenure 2001 to 6 in four-party alliance government led by former Prime Minister Begum Khaleda Zia. We got two ministers and three ministries: Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Industry, and Ministry of Social Welfare. That time, our country became champion in corruption for consecutive 4 times. But Alhamdulillah, our two ministers were totally clean and they served the ministries with high smartness. Everyone home and abroad recognized it. So Jamaat-e-Islami, if get the chance to serve the people and country, will make the society free from all sorts of corruption. Regarding bilateral relations and international relations, we will maintain friendship to all, enmity to none. And this will be built up upon the equity and mutual respect to all the nations, nearer and those who are distant from us. Everyone needs some friend. We also need friends all over the world. And we feel India will come forward first of all. There are some unresolved issues among Bangladesh and India. If we can resolve this with mutual dialogue and consensus, this will benefit both the countries and nation.
So you recently visited Khaleda Zia in London. How is her health? First of all, we want to know. And what were the discussions?
She is suffering from so many chronic diseases. But mentally, she is a bit better because after a long time, she is now residing with his son, daughter-in-law, and granddaughters. So mentally, she is a bit better. Physically, a doctor can say her position, but after long traumatized life, she is bearing the scar, I can say.
And if you can share anything about what she said to you about her country, people, and any discussions which you can share.
She did not talk so many things, but with her son, general discussion regarding the situation of Bangladesh, political, economic, future of Bangladesh, etc. we shared, but nothing decisive or conclusive. That was our courtesy visit, mainly to see her, visit her. And that was just complimentary. We passed few minutes with them and then left the house of her son.
And son has been in the forefront holding many virtual rallies, meetings. How do you see him now taking up the mantle from Khaleda for the country?
Regarding Khaleda? Tariq Zia.
Ji.
Yes, he is maintaining from exile his party over digital activities or connectivity. But it's his country. For the country's sake, we can hope he will come back and he will lead his party. That will be better for his party and some extent for country also. But when he will come, we don't know.
We talked about, you were saying about inclusive society where all sections are able to live freely. What would be your message to minorities?
We are not ready to admit any majority or minority. Rather, with the neighbors, with the brothers, with the friends here in Bangladesh, our relation will be friendly relation, brotherly relation. So, if there is no question to safeguard the mosque, why there will be the question to safeguard the mandirs. We feel everyone should enjoy the safety under the coverage of lawful authority of the government. And nobody should interfere anywhere in any way. We never like it or support it. We all are same under our constitution and by birth also. Did you apply to born in India to the God? No. He sent you and me here and there. So we have to respect our God also.
True.
And He did not send only me, but so many people here from same source. So we have to respect.
True.
And possibly we'll find in election period, irrespective of any religion, we'll move forward. Jamaat-e-Islami will move forward, inshallah. So many religious people are coming in our public rallies. They are addressing the people and expressing their views, what we are and what they expect from us. We are very respectful to their opinions.
In the last 8 months, have you seen any, and do you agree that there is rise of vigilantism, little more law and order problems
You are asking
because
me
of the
as
institutions?
extremism.
Extremism and other law and order and like crime against women, or is there a concern on the
Yes, it
streets,
was
or is it
previously
always
also.
been like this?
It was previously also. After the liberation we got, no period was absolutely free from any nuisance. Always there are some nuisance. But in general, people of Bangladesh never support this source of nuisance.
Right.
If we get the chance to serve the country, we will see the people in same and similar way.
What would be your comments, because a lot of concern is there on mob justice? How would
Mob
you talk
justice
of
anywhere in
so
the
much
world.
of destruction happening?
Many mob justice anywhere in the world, being a committed civil person, will never support it. Whether it is in India or in Bangladesh or in Myanmar, anywhere. Mob justice is going on around the world. Justice is justice. What is again more justice? There is no scope of mobbing. Mob is another unjust and it's a tool of oppression. We are in favor of justice, not in favor of mob justice.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for speaking with the week.